The primary relationship in our lives is the one we maintain with the now, or with whatever form it takes. That is, with what is or what happens. If there is a disturbance in the relationship we have with the now, it will reflect in all relationships and in all situations we encounter. The ego can simply be defined as this: a relationship that is out of alignment with the present moment. But we can decide what kind of relationship we want to establish with the present moment. Once we reach a certain level of consciousness, and if you are hearing this, you've almost certainly reached it, we are capable of choosing what kind of relationship we want to have with the present moment. Do we intend to make it a friend or an enemy? The present moment is inseparable from life. Therefore, in truth, we are deciding what kind of relationship we want to have with life itself. Once we've chosen to make it our friend, it's up to us to take the first step. We must be friendly with it, welcome it, no matter what disguise it presents. And soon, we will see the results. With that, life becomes more friendly toward us. People become helpful, circumstances favor us. One decision changes the entire reality. However, we need to make this choice all the time, without stopping until living this way becomes natural for us. The decision to turn the present moment into our friend is the end of the ego. For the ego, it is impossible to be aligned with the present moment, that is, with life, because its very nature compels it to ignore, devalue, or resist the now. The ego lives through time, and the stronger it is, the more time controls our lives. Thus, almost all of our thoughts express concern about the past or the future. Our sense of self depends on the past for our identity and on the future to fulfill it. Fear, anxiety, expectation, regret, guilt are the dysfunctions of a state of consciousness bound to time. The ego treats the present moment in three ways: as a means to an end, as an obstacle, or as an enemy. At best, for the ego, the present moment is useful only as a means to an end. It takes us to some point in the future that is considered more important, even though the future never arrives, except as a new present moment. It never goes beyond a thought in our head. In other words, we never fully remain here because we are always busy trying to get somewhere. When this pattern becomes more pronounced, the present moment is seen as an obstacle to be overcome and is treated as such. Then, impatience, frustration, and tension arise permanently. In our culture, this is the everyday reality for many people, their normal state. Life, which is now, is seen as a problem. We begin to inhabit a world of obstacles that need to be solved before we can be happy, satisfied, and truly start living. Or at least that's what we believe. However, the question is this: for each difficulty we solve, another arises out of nowhere. Once the present moment is viewed as a problem, the disturbances may never end. I will be anything you want me to be, says life, or the now. I will treat you the way you treat me. If you see me as a nuisance, I will be a nuisance to you. If you treat me as an obstacle, I will be an obstacle. If we hate what we are doing, complain about the environment we are in, curse the things that are happening or have happened, or if our inner dialogue consists of blaming and accusing, we are arguing with what is, with what already is, with what must be. We are turning life into an enemy, and life responds, if war is what you want, war is what you shall have. The external reality, which always reflects the state we are in internally, is then felt as hostile. An essential question we should ask ourselves frequently is, what is my relationship with the present moment? Then, we need to stay attentive to discover the answer. Am I treating the now as just a means to an end? Do I see it as an obstacle? Am I turning it into an enemy? Since the present moment is all we ever have, and life is inseparable from the now, the true meaning of that question is, what is my relationship with life? This inquiry is an excellent way to unmask the ego within us and move toward the state of presence. Although this question does not embody the absolute truth, for in the end, We and the present moment are one. It is a useful indicator that points us in the right direction. Do you know how you can overcome the dysfunction in your relationship with the present moment? The most important thing is to detect it within yourself, in your thoughts and actions. The moment you perceive a disturbance in your relationship with the now, you are present. This awareness signals the emergence of presence. At that moment, the dysfunction begins to dissolve. Some people laugh a lot when they observe this. With awareness comes the power of choice, the decision to say yes to the now, to make it your friend.